All right, let's start with some breaking inputs which have just come in, where in one of the most high-profile detentions that has taken place in Europe, fugitive Catalan leader Carles Puigdemont has reportedly been detained by the German police. The Puigdemont, remember, had fled to Finland and was set to temporarily avoid a European arrest warrant. However, his lawyer has tweeted saying that the Catalan leader was detained after he crossed the border from Denmark while he was on his way to Belgium. He also said that Puigdemont is currently in a police station and his legal defence has been activated. The Puigdemont has been living in self-imposed exile in Belgium and had been visiting Finland since Thursday for talks with lawmakers. He's wanted in Spain on charges of rebellion and sedition. On Friday, Spain had issued international arrest warrants for 5 other separatist leaders as well, which included 4 former ministers who are also in self-imposed exile in Belgium. All right, now for more on this, we are joined in by Hele Kettner, who's a journalist joining us from Barcelona in Spain. Hele Kettner, this is an interesting sort of a development that has taken place. We know for a fact that Carles Puigdemont has been in self-imposed exile for several months now. What was the necessity to now detain him? Has he been detained or has he officially been arrested?
Hi. Hello from Barcelona. Yeah, he's currently being held back by the authorities in Germany, just at the border with Denmark, where he was detained. Now it's up to the local authorities to evaluate whether to follow the European arrest warrant against Puigdemont or to allow him to continue towards Belgium. That we're still waiting for what they're gonna do, but. Knowing Germany, I would think that they would follow the European arrest warrant and arrest him. But we're still waiting for that to be confirmed.
Okay, and also, Ms. Kettner, my question to you is, what has triggered this detention? The fact is that Carles Puigdemont has been in self-imposed exile in Belgium for the last several months. Why this action now by the Spanish government? Why, again, issue a international arrest warrant which was issued on Friday and now have him detained in Germany while he was trying to cross over the border? Well,
they I don't know, they increased the pressure towards Catalonia and its leaders on Friday by putting 5 more Catalan officials to jail. And they also started like the pre-trials. So they're increasing the pressure towards Catalonia and also the repression actually against the Catalan people, putting them to jail, including the current presidential candidate is right now being in jail in Madrid. So yeah, that was like a stepping up of the conflict on Friday, which led to the reassurance of the European arrest warrant on Friday as well. But let me point out a thing. What you said at the beginning.
Okay, give me the name.
He didn't flee to Finland. Carles Puigdemont. He was invited by representatives of the Finnish Parliament to hold some conferences there. So he didn't flee to Finland. He was invited to go there to have some conferences in the Parliament.
All right, and also, Ms. Kettner, what is interesting is that there was elections in the month of December, and again it was the separatists who actually emerged victorious, and now there's a bit of a problem where there is a sort of an ineligibility of candidates for the presidentship of the Catalonian province, because Jordi Turell, another of the candidates, now even he is in a bit of a trouble by the Spanish authorities. Even he has also been arrested, according to the information. Why is this entire saga playing out, considering the fact that if a president is not chosen by the month of May, then Catalonia will be again due for elections?
Exactly. Yeah, that's the current scenario right now. First, Catalonia, well, the independent part of the parliament won the elections on the 21st of December. So when they proposed Carles Puigdemont as the president candidate, it was denied by Spain. He was not valid, even though he was #1 on the list of the candidacy together for Catalonia. He was allowed to run for elections, but he was not allowed to be the actual president by Spain. He was not allowed to take the president's chair. Let's say so. So next the candidacy together for Catalonia proposed Jordi Sanchez, which is a former grassroots leader who's currently also in prison and has been in prison since the middle of October.
Absolutely.
Exactly. So that was the second candidate they proposed, and he was not allowed to be the president either by Spain.
Right.
So they proposed a third candidate, which is now Jordi Turull, who's also in prison now, in pre-trial prison.
Right.
He returned to prison now on Friday. So so the next thing is to see. Many people here in Catalonia was hoping or was looking forward to Catalonia's parliament again to propose Carles Puigdemont as the president again, like to do the round again.
Right.
But now when he's detained in Germany, it's very difficult. So
absolutely, Ms. Kettner, do continue to stay on to this. Meanwhile, I'm told that we are also joined by Mr. Jordi Munez, who is from the Political Science University of Barcelona. Mr. Munez, my question to you is this: what has triggered this sudden detention of Carles Puigdemont, considering the fact that he has been in self-imposed exile for several months now in Belgium?
Well, I think it's mostly a procedural matter. So when the Spanish judge, who is in charge of the investigation, decided to formally accuse him of rebellion, then the Spanish government issued a new international arrest warrant.
Right.
And the situation has changed.
No, my question to you was, what is the immediate trigger? Because little has changed on the side from Carles Puigdemont, who continues to insist on his separatist ideas. Now, he is on self-imposed exile. The Catalans, after the election in December, it was again the separatist party which again emerged victorious. And there is not a possibility of any candidate who's been coming forth. Now, there were a couple of candidates who were in fact put forth for the post of the presidentship, and they have been disqualified again for their separatist sentiments. So what's exactly playing out here?
Well, there's a sort of a stalemate situation in which the Catalan pro-independence majority in the parliament keeps proposing candidates that are not accepted by the Spanish authorities. Okay. And there's no obvious way out of it now.
Right. Do continue to stay on to this, Professor Munez. Meanwhile, let me go back to Helle Kettner. Ms. Kettner, this is definitely now going to exacerbate things. Have you heard of any reactions at all from the Catalonian leaders as to how they perceive the detention of Carles Puigdemont in Germany?
I haven't had time to see any reaction. It came very sudden, all the detention, so I haven't been able to see what the reactions have been. But I guess that all the pro-independence parties will cooperate with the German authorities in what they have to cooperate in. As well as Carles Puigdemont has cooperated with the Belgian authorities from day one when he was exiled in Brussels. So I think that's going to be
That's correct, Ms. Kettner, because the lawyer of Carles Puigdemont, he has put out a statement stating that Carles Puigdemont has always complied with the law and has cooperated with the Belgian authorities, and he will continue to do so even now. So this is his statement. My question to you was about the political parties in Catalonia and the fallout this will have on the Catalonian politics.
Well, for sure, it's a big blow for the pro-independence coalition that he was detained. But I haven't had time to see what the political reactions has been yet. I'll have to look into it later. Yeah.
You in on this? How do you see the Catalonian separatist movement going from here, considering the kind of pressure which the separatist leaders have been under over the last few months in Spain?
Was that question to me?
That question was to Professor Munez. Professor Munez, if you are still with us.
Yes. So, of course, there's a debate within the pro-independence movement. Some people want to elect a new president and try to recover and others want to keep the blockade and insist in trying to have Puigdemont reinstated.
Right. This is an interesting development which will have far-reaching consequences in the politics in Catalonia. Now, Ms. Kettner, if I can bring you in on this. You know, we saw the surge of separatist sentiment under Carles Puigdemont. Now, when he went in exile, it was expected that the separatist sentiment may actually wither away with him out of Catalonia. But that has not happened. Are we now likely to see the hardening of stance on the part of the separatists in Catalonia?
Oh, I didn't quite get the question. Sorry, could you ask it again?
Was Ms. Kettner that after Carles Puigdemont was sent on exile, it was expected that the separatist sentiment may actually wither away. But that has not happened. And now with his detention, can we see a hardening of stance on the part of the separatists?
Well, I mean, what people here in the separatist or the pro-independence part of society, they're fighting towards something bigger than just independence. They're just actually trying to fight the Spanish judicial system and then no democracy. So people, what they're cheering for now is actually a real democracy, some human rights. So in this way, they're getting even stronger, I think. Of course, it's a big blow for the movement and for the pro-independence majority, but I think that they will still grow even stronger with this.
Right. So it is an interesting development that has taken place. Puigdemont, at this point of time, has been detained in Germany. It is not very clear as to what was the trigger for his sudden detention after an international warrant had in fact been issued for Carles Puigdemont. I thank both my guests who joined from Spain, Helle Kettner, and also Professor Muniz, who joined in from Spain again. Now, this is an interesting sort of development that has taken place where Carles Puigdemont, who had been on self-imposed exile for the last several months, has now been detained by the German police while he was on his way back from Finland.